to another Live at 5 with Defender Adventures 1. Tonight I want to look forward, not backwards. Next week we'll get into the year in review and where we've been so far on the channel. But for tonight, it's strictly about what's coming in 2026 and where this channel is headed. But I do want to say this right up front. The changes that I expect in 2026 are going to be pretty subtle because I honestly like where the channel has been going. We've been growing, we've been getting more interaction, and I really appreciate that. And hopefully we just continue to grow. And that's the track I want to stay on. I have a Q&A up. What do you want to see more of in 2026? Do me a favor, jump on there and let me know. Even if you're not watching this live and you watch it at a later date, just drop it in the comments. Already got a chat coming in, and from Keith McCrary. Hope I didn't say that wrong. What state do you live in? We're in Montana. I am in Ohio, the Buckeye State. Let me learn how to type. Well, still don't know how to type. Anyways, that's what we're getting into tonight is where we plan on taking the channel in 2026. So I don't believe the channel needs a complete overhaul. The goal for 2026 is refinement, right? Doing more of what's working and maybe tightening up a few things and adding value without what the channel is really about. I started this channel well, for one, because I love riding my Defender. I love being in the outdoors. I love UTVs, side-by-sides. I love to ride. But that's where kind of it may have started. But the other aspect of it is I love to help people. That's what another big reason of starting the channel. I figure if one person can pick up a little bit of information of what I've got going on along the way, then that's a win for me. So there's still going to be more of that. This is not a channel to where you're just going to see footage of inside of the cab, out in the middle of the woods, just riding around. Because don't get me wrong, I can sit and watch that stuff for hours. I really do love it. But I want this channel to have other aspects, including helping others, whether it be finding new places to ride, showing you the types of trails that the Defender is capable of doing, showing you different trail systems and what you can expect when you get there if you've never been there before, or even just maybe some entertainment, right? I try to throw that little aspect in there, and as I grow the channel and the more I get comfortable with these YouTube videos, the more of them that I put out, the more of these lives that I do, hopefully the more you guys can tell that I'm loosening up a little bit. Hopefully it's a little bit more entertaining. Hopefully you get a little bit more out of it. And I'm always here. You guys just want to chat and just want to jump in to say hi, just like old Brant Dales. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. I appreciate you jumping on there. He's commented before, and I really appreciate that. And the old boys from Montana say we need to come out there to Montana and film and ride with us. There is nothing else I would rather do than do that, and maybe one day we will definitely get back out. I've been out to Montana twice. If you've never been to Montana, do it, because it is an amazing state. It's just the scenery. You cannot watch a video and understand how beautiful it is out there. It's just something you got to experience for yourself. So, and thank y'all. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. I really appreciate that, because it is Christmas Eve. So anyways, we'll move on into this. I do have some notes down here. If you see me, keep looking down. What's going to stay the same on the channel is the schedule, right? We're going to stick with the Tuesday lives at 5. I want you people to pick up on that, and I want you, and then the Thursdays and Sundays, but I want something that even if it's subconsciously, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, today's Tuesday. Old Defender Adventures. That old crazy cat's got a video out tonight. Might jump on there and watch that. So gives you something hopefully to look forward to, or if not, maybe to just pass some time. But we're going to stick with the schedule, stick with the live streams on Tuesdays. I think they're doing fairly well. Like I say, they're gaining traction. As we move out of winter into the spring and summer, if I do need to bump the time back a little bit into the evening, I know as the daylight hours get longer and people maybe work longer, or say just life gets a little bit busier in the summertime, and we need to do that later, we'll cross that road when we get there. But what I'm seeing so far, no sudden drastic changes. Consistency matters to me, and if it's working, I mean, why fix it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, look at her back there sitting. Old Yeller feller, she's dead in the water right now. So as you see some of the footage that has been coming out on a regular schedule, it is backdated just a little bit, which luckily I had that footage available because I had a front end noise in Old Yeller feller, and I was fortunate enough to have a little bit of time off work, so I've tore into it, and we're trying to get that replaced while I have time to do it. The original part that I ordered was unfortunately the wrong one, so I'm waiting on the other one to get here, and should be here hopefully the end of this week, and I can get this thing put back together and keep getting you more awesome content. But we still have some content in the bag, so we ain't stopping this thing just for a little mechanical failure. We'll get her back up and going. But like I say, my next bullet point, the purpose of the channel was being helpful, sharing real owner experiences. I am not paid by anybody. I don't have any sponsorships or anything like that. My good folks at Star Knight MT, they do help me a little bit. They let me try out a product, the center console, which is an amazing product. If you do own one of these Defenders, I encourage you to go check that out. That is if you're only riding two, it's a must-have. And I got videos back in the channel on that. You can check that out. But I try to have honest conversations on here. I try to be straightforward with you. Just try to not hype it up at all. I'm just a normal person like all of y'all, and just try to have a little fun along the way. So helping people make better decisions was the whole reason that I started this channel, and helping people with, like I say, even if it's the little things. And that's not going to change in 2026. So let's talk about what's going to be added maybe to the channel in 2026. If you guys have been following along, you'll notice that I have added a bonus content playlist, and I tried to make that visible by making it a different color. Usually my thumbnails on the regular channel are yellow and black, somewhere along that theme. The bonus content, I try to do it in orange, so you'll know that that's not regular content. It's just bonus content that I'm throwing in there. So it might be a little extra post outside of my normal schedule, content that is not a full production video. I'm not going to edit through it and all that. It might just be little tips and tricks, or little experiences that I have along the way that might be comical, might be entertaining, that I can just throw in a little bonus clip that might add a little extra value to the channel, just to lighten it up a little bit. Or if it's just a little tip that I think is very important for you to know, but really don't fit into a whole video, then that'll be in the bonus content. So look out for more of that in 2026. Be more kind of riding-based content, posts that are more kind of I don't want to say I'm going to do more trail riding. That's the idea, right? I want to get to more parks, want to get more of that. I see my analytics. I understand that you guys want to see Old Yeller feller in action. That's what people click to view. But I don't want to make it a total riding channel, because like I say, I love the interaction with you folks. I love to just kind of get that connection. So there still will be, you know, some talking, some little bit of commentary here and there, and hopefully y'all are enjoying it. I believe the channel is growing, like I say, so I'm not going to make big changes in that area, but I'll try to be clear on my opinions and expectations and content that you can read, you can save, and you can come back to if it's something that you feel like there's something valuable in there that you might use even later on down the road. So I'm seeing that some of that stuff's catching some attention, and more importantly, it's helping people, which, like I say, is a big thing with this channel. So what will not change while adding more content is I'll still be, like I say, focused on helping others, still practical, real world advice, still approachable and honest. I don't want to chase attention if it's losing its usefulness, right? I'm not out here to put on a show to try to get more clicks. I'm out here to have fun, to interact with y'all, and just hopefully help y'all. So the 2026 mindset for me is pretty simple. We're going to have the same foundation. We're going to slightly add more value. We're going to put a little more depth to it. Might, I don't know, get hopefully a little bit more of that connection and no unnecessary noise, right? This page, this channel is not about drama. It's about having fun. It's about real life experiences, whether it be in the woods, whether it be here in the garage, or whether it just be a chat with each other. It's if it doesn't help somebody, you know, it probably doesn't belong here. So that's kind of the major bullet points of what we got going on in 2026. As far as with Yeller Feller, I do feel like there's some upgrades that are going to need to be done. So I know a whole year is a long way to look ahead. So I don't know what exactly those changes will bring throughout the year, but I promise you there's going to be some. I can already say that she probably needs a power boost. The old 370s are an awesome tire, but way, those new ITP Savage XTs are performing on all the videos I'm watching. Going to be hard not to upgrade to those, so that's a possibility here coming in the future. I've talked about this windshield. I would like to change that out. Probably with the power, talking power, there'll probably be some performance upgrades. So if you have one of these Defenders and you're looking into any of that stuff, stay tuned to the channel because there'll be some of that stuff coming in the future. Riding, as far as where I foresee us going this year, Rush, definitely going to Rush in sometime in February. No dates set in stone yet, but that's going to happen in February. Be back to the Devil's Backbone Resort. If you guys never checked that place out down at the Hatfield Trail Systems, one of the top tier places to stay. There's a bunch of other really great ones, but we love going down there. That'll be happening sometime, probably in March. The next one coming up, probably right after the first of the year, sometime in January. Going to try to get down maybe to Ivy, try to get to the new the new Braveheart system, try to check it out and get you guys some awesome footage from down around there. So there'll be some Hatfield stuff coming up probably in January. Rush is going to be coming up. Like I say, more Hatfield stuff in March. And then as we get into the spring, summer season, I'm sure there's going to be some other awesome parks that we go hit. We'd like to hit some events this year. I didn't hit a whole lot of them, but if you guys are planning any trips to any events in 2026, let me know in the comments where they're at. I would like to hit some big events, maybe get my name out there a little bit more, and you guys spreading the word. That helps a bunch, and I'd appreciate that. So that's kind of where we're going riding. As far as I've made some videos, some live, actually. We had a live talking about how you got your machine to the trails. Well, I'm thinking about possibly in 26, I would like to lean towards upgrading my trailering system. Would like to get some kind of camper system set up along with being able to haul the Defender. That way, it makes it a little bit more feasible. Anytime we go to these parks, I'm usually staying in cabins, and they are absolutely amazing. They have all the amenities there, and if that's something you're going to do, you know, just here and there, I get it. It's really, really nice, really comfortable staying in them cabins. But I would like to hit a lot more of them, and like to get the cost down a little. So I'm going to try to do some kind of maybe camping setup. That way we can drag this thing to more parks and get you more awesome footage. Let's see here. I got a chat. Can-Am Forum. Well, we are. That's speaking of. He asked if we're on the Can-Am Forum. We are on Facebook and TikTok, as well as YouTube, obviously. But the Facebook and TikTok side of it, I don't hit quite as much because of I try to focus a lot of my attention on. Are you on the Can for? What am I? I don't know, bud. Let me know what you're thinking there. Battery's getting low on my laptop. But anyways, the Facebook, TikTok side of it, please go on there, follow along on there. TikTok's more just little short videos and just little pieces of stuff I put together. Facebook is more informational stuff. It's a good way to connect with some other riding communities. There's a lot of good, like if Keith was talking about forums, there's a lot of good Facebook groups out there. You just type in Can-Am Defender, search the groups, and there's all kind of groups in there. There's very good, helpful information on there on like videos and even parts and accessories for sale, and all kind of stuff you can find on there. And I try to post my tech videos and stuff like that on there. That way it helps anybody in need. The more help I can get out there, the better. There's old Green back. How you doing, sir? Good to see you back on the channel. Merry Christmas to you. How is the weather up north? I know it is been chilly here, but today it is in the 50s out, which is crazy. Definitely don't quite feel like Christmas, but we did have some white stuff last week, as you see on the videos if you've been tuning in. But thanks for joining. Thanks for joining in, sir. I appreciate it as usual. I'll give you a little shout out there. Where else? What was we at? Let's get a swaller. Follow us along on the other social media accounts. I ain't going to ramble and keep you on here all night. Lost a fight with a Billy Goat in 3 feet of snow. My goodness. This sounds like you always have an interesting story. I always love seeing you come on the channel because it seems like you always got something cool going on. Of course, I love the snow, so I love hearing about that. And the old Billy Goat. Nobody wants to get in a fight with a Billy Goat, right? That's awesome, sir. Hopefully all is well your way. Hopefully you've been looking into them tracks for that old Defender and that plow. I want to see videos of it, or at least some pictures. So anyways, appreciate you joining in. Appreciate you chatting. Appreciate everybody that's come along on this journey. Like I say, hopefully we continue to grow it. Tell your friends, tell your family, hey, every Tuesday night, Live at 5 says, threw me over my shoulder, sore knee. Man, I'll tell you what, that's something. Tell everybody else, join in, and we'll have these silly conversations and hopefully a little bit of information along the road. Next Tuesday's Live at 5, we're going to do a year in review, right? That Tuesday will be the last of this year, and we'll take it back and maybe do hit some highlights of the channel throughout the year, where it came from, where it's gotten, and this video is kind of where it's going. So in closing, so if you're wondering what 2026 is going to look like from this channel, it's not a hard turn. We're just going to do a smooth continuation of what we've been doing. However, we're going to go in the same direction. We're just going to polish it up a little bit, right? I want to get you some more of that bonus content. Hopefully I'm going to loosen up a little bit more on the camera. We can get into these cool conversations and more help videos along the way with the old Defender. But like I say, you don't have to have a Defender to be joining in on these chats and on this channel. It's an open place for everyone. Hopefully you get something out of it. And as always, if you have feedback or ideas, drop them in the comments or in the chat, because this has always been built for the UTV community, side-by-side community, and hopefully it continues to grow. Thank you, Green. I appreciate you, sir, and everybody else that has joined in tonight. And please come back in the future. We'll cut this one a little bit short tonight. Got Christmas lights to go look at. So Merry Christmas to all, and I will see you after the holiday. And I hope you guys have a blessed one, and we'll catch you next week. See you on the next one.